Welcome to our town, kind of our holiday special. Very interesting holiday special. I'm Lance Delisle, and this is Regan Jacobs.
Am I the co-host today?
No,
No?
never the co-host. And I'll
No.
tell you the reason why never the co-host. Because I am going to be co-hosting with your daughter today.
Yes, you
I
are.
am always the co-host. Don't
Yeah.
ever forget that. And I love that role.
I think it was
that we
just
have on
really
the
funny
TV.
how you were doing a little segment with Gracie, and it ends up being that you're still the co-host.
That's what I mean. So that was cool. No, but we had a good time. As you can tell, we are in red. We are
Yes.
decking the halls with balls of holly.
Yes, we are trying to be festive. Lots going on the show today. We're definitely feeling that this is the season to be jolly.
Yeah.
We've got everything from our gingerbread making house competition, from Lance and I, his house to our home.
Yeah.
And also catching some Kahnawake off guard, bribing them a whole American dollar to sing one of their favorite Christmas carols with us, and we had a really fantastic time with that.
We had a really good time. We had a lot of Ganawake who actually was a part of the singing, and a few people that I was actually kind of surprised.
Me
were like,
too.
Sure, we'll
Usually
do this.
people are like dodging us, but this time around, I think maybe, and it was like one of the coldest days outside this time of year filming, and we were freezing, including our camera guy. But it was really fun.
Yeah.
We got a lot of unexpected people on camera.
Yeah.
And also on the show today, we're going to be revealing the list of most fascinating people of 2013 selected by Kahnawake Rono. And also they're all Kahnawake Rono that were selected. So
There was a lot.
really
too.
interesting list, and it was really tough to boil it down
Yeah.
to the 10. I think we can do some honorable mentions.
For sure.
But first, things that are happening in and around Kahnawake, lots going on even as the new year is coming, fast approaching. There's still a lot of things happening news-wise that is ending the year. One of the biggest stories coming out of Kahnawake right now is the First Nations Education Act. Now, over the last several weeks, there have been a lot of community meetings that have been held by the Kahnawake Education Working Group and also the Kahnawake Combined School Committee. There's been a lot of education and media surrounding this issue. Several meetings have been held in and around Kahnawake, but this week, a huge turnout for a meeting that was held at Garoni Anuha.
Correct. Yeah, it was held on Wednesday. The whole community was asked to be involved, not just kids who go to school here, but all the schools, and it was a good turnout.
And that's one of the things that have been going on, is that these meetings have been open to the public, because it's not just an issue if your child attends school in Kahnawake or not. It's really a First Nations issue in terms of how are we going to be dealing with this legislation that's come down from this government. It's a very serious issue, and people
certainly.
need to get involved, and we cannot say this enough. It affects me, you, your children, the future generations. And again, you have to look at history, because they're saying, while this government is trying to repeat history, and we are not going to allow this to happen.
Right.
We stand unilaterally, that we take a strong position against this. There was a lot of talk about feeling the effects of having government control over education prior to the Billings walkout, and all the people that work so diligently to create an education system in this community. So people are not sitting down for this one. They are not taking a step back. I think Kahnawake position in the community and within the realm of our political leaders, everybody is saying we are not backing down from this. This is a very serious issue. We do not want your legislation ruling our education system. Not going to happen.
What I like is all the information that was presented to the whole community, and I thought it was interesting. One of the things that I thought was even more interesting in regards to the information that was given out was the information that we had to provide to other neighboring communities, because not all the information was provided for a lot of the communities, such as Gansadage, Agusasne. So the opportunity to get all that information from our community, we had so much that was provided to us, and a lot of research was put in there. So it was good to see that we were at the forefront.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people working diligently on getting all this information out. And if you're not sure, you can always, there's a number of, there's a Facebook group that is putting everything out through social media. Sometimes that's the best way to get things.
Right.
There's also the Kahnawake Education Center's website, kec.qc.ca. Obviously, you can find out everything you need to know. If you're not sure and you want to talk to somebody personally, there's a working group. You can just contact them through the education system, which is 632-8770. And, get yourself informed. Of course, Mohawk TV and all the other media in the community is definitely doing its part.
Sure.
We did a wonderful series with Alex McCumber and Deidre Diome just this week that's going to be airing every Monday night throughout the month of December and part of January to try to get people to, to be involved and to understand in a greater detail what's really going on. So They did a wonderful presentation with us. Moving on now, Quebec sales tax applies to 30 municipalities in and around Kahnawake, and recently the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake released a statement this week saying that now this information will be readily available on the internet. Sometimes people in the community can agree that we've had some challenges with the tax card being being accepted in certain stores. And even sometimes when it is accepted, you have to, there's a song and dance. Sometimes people feel just really like, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous process.
Right.
So
this is kind of like on a 2 street here. Obviously, the benefits to the utilization of the tax card is wonderful for the community here in Kahnawake. Friends of mine in Kanesatake and also in Aguazasne on the Canadian side / the Quebec side of both the communities have had a difficult time in using the cards. Partly because of the aggressiveness that this community, being Kahnawake, has done to try to get the tax card accepted in all these municipalities, and the other communities not so much. So that's been a bit of a problem, that the tax exemption is good for us, but not good for our neighboring communities.
See, and I never heard about that. But
it was interesting where a friend of mine in Kanesatake actually said to me, he said, I'd like to go to a store. Would you come with me so we can use your tax card? And I said, I don't understand. Well, you have the same card. And so he started explaining to me. He said, since Kahnawake on the piece of paper 9 out of 10 times is listed as being the only tax break that you can get is being from the community of Kahnawake. Kanesatake is not listed on there. On a rare occasion, you will see, not I actually even say rare occasion, but on occasion you do see it where it does say native status Indian. So
well, I think
it
that's
depends
something
on,
that obviously Kanesate's band council and political leaders need to work out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
it's interesting though.
If some of our politics is affecting them, then obviously their political leaders have to step up and figure out what is going on in their community.
Right.
So, but it's good news. I know that the Grand Chief said it was really good news and wanted to thank everyone who worked on this file, especially, to make it public and also to remind the businesses in these 30 municipalities that if they have a business that is operating within that realm of Quebec law and business, then they have to take the tax card. So especially during this holiday season, there's a lot of shopping going on in our neighboring communities, and so this is a good reminder.
Right.
Okay, so that's it for now. We have a lot coming up on the show. Don't go away. We're going to take a quick commercial break and get into the holly jolly festiveness of the show. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back. This program has been brought to you by Get & Go, a proud sponsor of Mohawk TV programming.
Welcome back to Our Town. Regan, I am so excited for our next segment. This is an opportunity for us to go out in the community, do another streeter, but this is an interesting streeter. And I didn't even think of doing something like this. So this was your brainchild.
Yeah, I did. I seen it on, the idea came from Billy on the Street. It's I'm not sure what TV station it's airing on right now, but it's really funny. And this is where the idea came from. So I thought, how would something like this go over in Kahnawake, where we literally pay people to answer our streeter? So, and it's something that gets us out of the studio and a little bit more involved with the community. Right. So we decided to bribe people $1 American to sing a Christmas carol with us. And if I must say, we got people singing along.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. So here was our day, the coldest day that we decided to do this.
Yeah.
It was cold. So here we go with our wonderful community of Kahnawake singing Christmas carols for $1.
All right, so just to kind of let people know what we're doing out here today, since this is the season to be jolly, Lance and I decided to head out in this freezing cold weather.
Cold, very freezing.
Very cold. And we're hitting the streets of Kahnawake today in the spirit of the holiday season. And we're forcing people, literally, or even buying them on, if you will, to try and sing some Christmas carols with us. And we're giving them a whole American dollar. George! Come here. You want to earn an American dollar?
Huh?
You want to earn an American dollar?
Sing a Christmas carol with us?
You have to sing with us.
No.
Come on. Ladies, who's up for making $1? Come on. Sing it. All you have to do is sing. Who's going to sing? You got to sing.
Whole $1 for a Christmas carol.
Whole $1. You in the white jacket. Come over here.
For $1, you get to sing a Christmas carol with us.
I get to sing a Christmas carol?
Yeah.
$1.
$1.
There you
That's
go.
it.
You want to make $1 to sing a Christmas carol? It's my mom.
Oh, God, no.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, Mom.
Jingle
Bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
What fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
oh, we should go, dancing all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey!
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yay! Good job.
All right, big hug.
Oh, the hills we go, laughing all the way.
Were you naughty or nice this year?
I'm always naughty.
You're naughty? Ooh,
Always.
my kind of guy.
You know it, babe.
That was awesome. I'm going to give you $2. Here you go. $2. Were you a good boy? Were you naughty or nice? You were nice? Ah, that's good. Not me.
Swista es o swista es. You is on Hey.
Swista eso swista yung guaja de costa das. Swista eso swista you is on the Guskaya in the Gahoo we day. Hey!
Yo, yonder de tawanate. Ganun kwa.
I forgot the money in the car. I'll be right back. Wait here.
You suck. How about $1? You sing a Christmas carol with us. Come on, $1. $1. We'll buy you a cup of coffee. Come on, people. We are giving money away. What do you got?
Silent Night.
All right.
Wow, you picked one of the hard ones here. All right, ready?
All right.
Skull. Silent Night. Holy Night.
Sir, you want to sing with us? A Christmas carol for $1.
Next time we got to get 20s. 20s might help.
You can buy a cup of coffee with $1.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer
had a very shiny nose.
and if you ever saw it,
You would even say it glows. Holy.
Oh,
It's been so tender and mild.
That's $1 worth
Sleep.
right there.
There we go. Then all the other reindeers. Something was good.
Something, 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 something.
Yeah. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. You'll go down in history.
And that was pretty interesting. I love how you just start throwing money, like you're at, Puff Daddy or
Well, I
Sean
thought-
Combs
I
or
thought
P.
I'll-
Diddy.
I thought it was all that in a bag of chips. It's just like, throwing it like that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was
We
a
had
lot
good
of fun.
time.
It was really cold, and some people. There was only 1 or 2 people that like ran away from us this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good, and we would like to thank everyone in the community for participating in our
And being a
wonderful
good sport.
Being a good sport.
Yeah, because we nabbed a lot of people and just
Yeah.
like threw the money at them. Do you remember the guy who didn't want the dollar? I don't know if you got that was just really funny. I don't know if you got that on camera in terms of him kept saying no to taking the money.
Yeah.
And I was trying to like shove it in his pockets.
Yeah.
And he ended up not taking it, so we ended up just donating it.
which was a little bit better. But we
Yeah,
did have a
it
lot
was
of fun. Yeah,
okay,
we did.
so coming up on the show is our gingerbread making competition. Now, one of the things that I wanted to make to mention quickly is that we posted the pictures of Lance's house and mine on our Facebook page, which is Ganawage Mohawk TV, and people have started voting.
Quite a bit.
We didn't say whose picture is who. We just said Lance and Regan, and people are voting, and the voting is coming in. We're going to reveal the winner at the end of the show today, and we're going to see. Dun 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 dun.
Who has the better gingerbread house?
Yeah, who's as scrumptious? Yeah, he's going down. I'm sure it's me. Anyways, don't go away. We're gonna be back with that, pictures of that and how things went over the evening, because we went home and did this, not on work time, but we went home and did this. And also he has a really cute interview with Gracie in terms of Christmas through a child's eyes. So don't go away. We're gonna be right back with more on Our Town. This program has been brought to you by Get & Go, a proud sponsor of Mohawk TV programming.
Welcome back to Our Town, our holiday special. No Donnie Marie. This is what you have.
No Kelly, and who's Kelly Ripa doing her show with these days?
Oh, I forget his name. George? Bob? I'm not sure.
That's my 2 brothers.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, it's true. That is true. That is true.
So no Kelly and whoever. But anyways, these are our gingerbread houses. Now, on our Facebook post, you could not tell who you were voting for, only because, we didn't want it to be a popularity contest, because we know who'd win that one. Yeah. So
Well, guess who ended up winning it anyway?
we will not tell you until the end of the show, because our votes are still coming in, and as we're taping, we are still getting votes in on our Facebook page. So thank you for everyone who took the time to follow us on Facebook and vote for our houses made of candy
no.
and
Oh no, it's an earthquake.
Lance just really wants to eat something from his. What are you gonna do, Lance?
Well, since we're not looking at this side, I think I'm gonna just grab this little piece right
So
here.
how long did it take you
Oh, no amount of time. I didn't do anything on here.
do you have some pics? So we can bring up some pics from the evening.
Well, I'll show you this picture right here. So here you go. This is me. And the one who actually put it together. That's Jessica Lazar. And all the rest of the pictures is pretty much her putting everything together, because I was watching her baby.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is because
this
Lance
is
doesn't have
Ethan.
Lance doesn't have detail.
I have no skill at this whatsoever, none whatsoever.
But it was a competition between families, so it's not a big deal that Jessica put it together. Obviously, that's a great thing, getting your family involved, and the whole point is getting the family involved and doing an activity. I myself have a little video to show you. Of course, you know, we always think about television. So here's the intro to that. Take a quick look. All right, so it is gingerbread house making time in the Jacobs house. And I'm here with Jacob's mentor. And I'm here with the kids. Say hi.
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 We're making.
My handsome man.
Hello, 2013.
So we're having a competition. We are going up against Lance Delisle and his family
That
I'm
smells
doing
good.
this one.
in their gingerbread making journey. So we're gonna start and we will keep you posted. But first, Ashton, you need to tell
Sit down,
me
sit down.
what we got going on here.
Well, we have all the gingerbread stuff.
Okay.
Now we're gonna make a gingerbread house. Let's see what we got.
Okay, any comments?
It's all in the box. All you have to do is not read.
If you know what else we got.
And obviously I took some pictures from throughout the night. Ashton and Gracie helped do the Christmas tree and the gingerbread. And Rob and I did the rest of the house. But literally Robert was the one that did all of the detailing on the house. So all the hanging icicles that you're seeing is his creation. I added most of the candy everywhere, but we did it together. We had we had a really fun time doing it as a family. So
That was
great.
the big catch right here. Everyone loved the icicles.
Yeah, see, that's what seems to be going off well on Facebook is the hanging icicles and some of the detail.
See, I like this part right here. It's
I like the Hershey Kisses, yes.
It's the walkway that's there.
Yeah,
I did this part. I did a bit of this here and there. But basically,
I like the
Jessica put it
hearts
all
on
together.
yours. The
Jessica
hearts on
did that.
yours, yeah.
She put that together.
So at some point we're going to be eating these ginger.
no.
You just want to
There's a
break. You just
gingerbread
want to.
Oh no!
You just want to break the gingerbread house.
We put support under here. You can't see it, but there's actually styrofoam under there. So when I shake it like this, look at that house staying pretty fit.
Yeah, but mine was built Mentor tough, so
Yeah,
sorry.
it's nice icicles on there. That's nice.
So thanks for staying with us on this one. I know, most people try to find family, I guess things to do over the holidays, keep the kids busy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this was kind of fun for us. So
Yeah.
one of the other things that I thought was interesting was that over the last couple of shows, my daughter has been really wanting to come downstairs all the time and take part. And she's been on the set with Lance, and then she harasses Jim, our camera guy, to come down and look at everything. So Lance invited her on the show, and I literally had to leave the room, right? Because when mommy's there, I'm just like, sit still, stop doing that. So, she was really more of herself and in her element working with Jim and Lance to bring you this segment on
Christmas. It's a wonderful segment. Here we go. Here's Gracie and myself.
Welcome to our channel. I'm with Aunt Little.
That's me. And welcome to a special interview with Gracie and myself. And all good for Christmas. So, Gracie, are you excited for Christmas?
Yes, I am.
How excited are you? Really excited? Like a whole bunch?
Excited.
Awesome. You're very excited, right?
Where's the camera?
Camera's right there. Gracie's very excited for Christmas. That you can tell. Gracie's also excited for what?
For Halloween.
Oh, for Halloween too.
No, Halloween already started.
Halloween's finished. We're at Christmas. That's why we have a Christmas tree in your house.
Easter.
So, Gracie, do you put out cookies for Santa Claus?
No.
No?
Mommy doesn't say that. She doesn't have cookies. I mean, she has chocolate chip cookies and milk.
Okay. So for
Don't drop it.
don't drop it. Do you get really excited for presents? She said yes. Gracie, what are the things that you want to get for Christmas?
a ballerina thing, a choo-choo train, a glow pet, and four toy mountains.
That's pretty cool. Did you go see Santa Claus yet?
No.
You didn't go sit on his lap yet?
I sat on his lap and I told him what I want. You are tall and you're so giant.
I'm so tall and I'm so giant.
Yes.
You're short, but you're gonna grow big one day. Now, where's your Christmas elf? He's up over there?
Yes, he is!
What's her name?
Bella!
Bella. Now, Bella, what does Bella do?
She flies when you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And she reports back to Santa if you're good or naughty.
Oh.
Because if you're on the good list or the naughty list.
What list are you on?
The good list!
Okay, I'm Lance Delisle, and this is my friend Gracie, and we thank you so much for being with us. We want to say Merry Christmas, right, to all our friends?
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everybody, and then wave.
And that must have been really something taping with a 4-year-old.
Oh, it was fun. I can tell you that. I had a great time.
Once a year. Yeah. You had a great time. Was it hard to get her to sit down?
It was. Oh my God! But I had a great time though. She is exactly like you. You plant potatoes, you get potatoes.
Except for, I don't plant potatoes.
This is good.
The moon and the stars.
Yikes.
The moon and the stars.
There that goes.
Runaway feed. Okay, don't go away. We're going to be right back with more here on Our Town. The most fascinating people list of 2013 is coming up right after this quick commercial break. Stay with us.
Stay with us.
Yeah, as Lance eats his gingerbread man.
Oh, this is so good.
Lance is going down. Hope you enjoyed it.
Feel like I'm made out of gingerbread. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. From picking lip, licking gingerbread.
This program has been brought to you by Get & Go, a proud sponsor of Mohawk TV programming. And welcome back to the show. And so the time has finally arrived where we will now reveal our top 10 selections for the 2013 most fascinating people. But before we get into that, just really quickly, when the new year comes in, we're going to be doing a more in-depth community
nice
highlight, nice montage, put it together, which is what we always do at the beginning of 2013. But first, today we're going to talk about who made the cut on the list of the top 10, because there were far more people nominated than 10. There was over 30-something people that were nominated this year.
Right.
And a group of us had to select and finalize based on their work in the community, also everything between what they do and their volunteerism. And there was some really great words, in terms of nomination letters that came in and things like that. So we finally pulled our list, and the first off the top for 2013 is Brooke Stacy.
Absolutely. Brooke Stacy had a wonderful, wonderful, amazing career. I think everyone was gravitated to the televisions. People were on Facebook. They wanted to know everything about what was happening with Brooke.
Now, Brooke Stacy's mom, Tina McCumber Stacy, and her dad, Sean, obviously, took to Facebook and updated the community, when she made Team Quebec, and then we were informed that Team Canada was looking at her. And one of the things that were mentioned in the nomination letter is that, she has been an inspiration to a lot of people in the community for her hard work and dedication to hockey, making Team Canada and Team Quebec, all the while holding her academics down. I would would like to say that she is one of the most fascinating people in our community. Way to go, Brooke.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Brooke.
Yep. So next up on the list, Moochie Goodleaf.
Moochie Goodleaf.
He had a number of nominations, as did most of the people that were selected had a number of nominations. And that was one of the things that we used, you know, to kind of slim down the list,
Right.
was if it was one or two or how many people nominated. And Moochie and all the following people had a number of nominations.
That's right. Moochie being a staple in our community.
everybody
Everyone knows
knows
Moochie.
Mooch.
Absolutely. He's DJed many a weddings, but
Yeah.
besides that, and this is the thing that Moochie has always been readily involved in community events and community volunteering with different organizations. He's on the board of directors over at K103
Yeah, and the Knights of Columbus.
and the Knights of Columbus as
Yeah.
well. You certainly during, and was kind of interesting when George Jones passed away. He was there at the funeral, and it's not to say that's what makes him fascinating. What makes him fascinating was the uniqueness of his approach towards how he was talking about George as being a friend,
Yeah.
and the people that he was meeting. And how
And I
lucky it
think
was
that's
to
what's
be there.
fascinating.
It is fascinating.
It's fascinating
for sure.
because it's kind of like Moochie is somebody who's just your average guy, and but not average. You know, he's done a lot of things in the community, and donating proceeds to the food bank and the Jesse Deere Scholarship Fund from events like the Stanley Cup.
Right.
That was, that came to Kahnawake, where droves of people showed up at the Knights of Columbus to
That was
go and,
something else. Yeah,
and see
that
the
was
Stanley
interesting.
Cup. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
So somebody wrote in really something sweet about Moochie. They said he's an all-around good guy. He is always helpful and caring to his family and friends and does everything he can to help better his community. He has been a DJ with his own company, Moochie's Mobile Music,
Absolutely.
since he was a teenager, and at the age of 53, he's still in business. So he is named one of the most fascinating people of 2013.
I can't believe he's 53. That's the other thing. too.
53, I know, he doesn't age.
No, he doesn't age. Still looks great there, buddy.
Okay, and quickly moving on to our list. Now, what was interesting was that this year we had gotten nominations that came in three. So the first set of three that were nominated were Nancy Deere, Lorna Horn, and Laura Norton. And most of our nominations came via Facebook or Twitter when our poster went out, and a majority of them also came through Facebook. So, but I did get a really wonderful follow-up email from somebody in the community that basically said that these three ladies have such an integral part of the history in terms of forming education in the community. And I know Laura's your mom, so you can't really, be too biased. But in terms of the work that they've done in education, and that in the past year that they've gone to great lengths to defend Kahnawage's education system and work countless hours. One of the things that I found really amazing about Nancy, Lorna, and Laura, one day I sat down with Nancy and Laura, and I got, I received the best education history that I would ever get in the world.
Right.
I was fascinated from the moment they talked to, it was like 3-4 hours, the meeting, and I just sat there in awe, from the time that they talked about the walkout in Billings and, taking the bus to the city to meet with, I think it was Indian Affairs Minister at the time, but demanding, that the financial and all the curriculum be, handled through here. And, just taking that stance that, when Bill 101 came into effect and saying that we were not going to follow suit and stand up for ourselves. And then if you look at the evolution of, and that involved Jody Ohm and Kenneth Deere at the time too. And, just the work that they did in those first couple of years, and then the first combined school committee and things like that. And,
Right.
Obviously for you, having your mom nominated as one of Kahnawage's most fascinating people of 2013 is because they have done a lot in the past year. But you grew up with this, so
Yeah.
what is your take very quickly?
Well, I could tell you, living in a household with people who are so dedicated to education and dedicated to the preservation of language and culture, it just rolls off onto you, and you don't have any choice but to gravitate towards that feel. And I can tell you, Lorna and Nancy, who have been to my house many times over.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh yeah, for sure. Certainly have empowered so many people in the community, and you get a chance to see when the three of them get together, greatness, and certainly carrying themselves with
integrity. Yeah.
And I don't use the word class that often because it's not a word that you can use all the time, but
Right.
very, very, very classy, Ganawagirdono for sure, and very proud of them.
Yep.
Great job, guys.
A class act. Nancy Deer, Lorna Horn, and Laura Norton, made the list this year for most fascinating people of 2013.
Yeah, very cool.
Moving on, next selection would be Kirby Delisle.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And this actually came as a wonderful little surprise
Yeah.
as the lists were coming in. Kirby is a young Ganawagirdono who decided at a very young age that she wanted to travel and see more of the world. So she decided to become a United States Marine.
Yeah, from 2003 to 2011, she was enlisted with the United States Marine Corps. She served and lived on the air base in Jacksonville, North Carolina. She did 1 year of tour in Iwakuni, Japan. Served a year tour in Iraq. And was honorably discharged in 2011. She had the chance to go to Parris Island to re-enlist to become a drill instructor, but passed. She wanted to come back home and start working on things here in her own community. She was also one of the students that painted the beautiful mural on the Lafleur's market. And also she was heavily involved in what she calls the beautification project here in Kahnawake.
Right.
So one of the things that was said about Kirby and the individual who wrote in was where to start. Kirby has always been a warm, generous, considerate, and respectful individual with an extremely caring spirit. So right now she's also doing a business on Facebook. It's called Impetus Stitches. It's a number of crocheted items and things like that. So this is just one of or several of the many reasons why she was named most fascinating.
That's right here in Ganawage. It's good to see. It's always good to see Ganawagirdono taking interest in other things outside of
the community,
Outside
and
the
also
community.
to beautify the community.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, so moving on. The next three people that were nominated again as a group was Gunadogo Hemlock, Carla, and Babe Hemlock, obviously for two different things. The first one came as Gunadogo Hemlock. He was nominated several times. Facebook people inboxed us just saying that he was a great role model here in the community for all of his work with the Longhouse, representing Kahnawake, at a very political level.
Yeah.
That he, obviously does a lot of work at the ground council level and things like that. They said that he was a great role model to the kids at the school.
Exactly.
They talked about all his work in education and his passion, to educate the people, and that he's got a good soul and a good spirit. And there was just so many wonderful things that people said about him, that was, I think a really good representation of who he is.
And you can tell how good he is as a person because his parents, Babe and Carla, they are wonderful Ganawagirdono in this community. One of the things I admire about them is how they've taken their artwork and they've really, really taken it all over the place. As a matter of fact, when you're talking about
like internationally.
We're internationally.
Yeah.
You can see their stuff in the Smithsonian Institute. When they go to the Indian market in so many different areas in United States, they're winning countless awards.
If you ever went into Calico Cottage and asked to see the wall display of some of their and this is, they're so humble that their workers actually made them put the wall up.
Yeah.
Because she told me that up until that point she literally had them in a box under her bed, and I thought to myself, that's crazy. You know, like they're wonderful, and their recent artwork was on a cradle board. I don't know if you had the opportunity to see it, but it went viral. It went onto Facebook. And I mean, beautiful. There are no words. If you see it in person, there are no words. It will take your breath away. The picture does not do it justice, and the picture was awesome.
Right.
You
And
know,
the
so
quilts that
the
Carla makes
quilts
are
and-
just
yeah.
amazing. So,
Amazing artist. So
Yeah.
an all around good family representation of the Hemlocks, definitely. So Gunadogo, Hemlock, Carla, and Babe Hemlock making our list for 2013's most fascinating people.
Absolutely. Congratulations to you guys.
2 more to go. Next up on the list was Brent Dybo.
This guy is interesting.
Yeah.
Brent is someone who kind of stayed under the radar for a good couple of years. Then all of a sudden started emerging with these wonderful musical products, and his brooding style of singing and playing. I mean, he's tapped into something which I think a lot of young artists take years to do, is that his music is so deep and it's so, it's haunting. It's not to say that he's not a happy person, because he certainly is, but if you get a chance to listen to this guy, it's unbelievable
Yep.
of the work that he's doing. He currently is residing in Toronto.
Yep.
He's
He's
also
on Facebook too.
Yeah,
You
he's
can
on
follow
Facebook.
him on
You
Facebook.
have to follow him on Facebook.
Yeah.
Currently, he's in Toronto. I was down for the holidays. Wanted to give a shout out to him, so because he's at home now. But he's also on iTunes. You have to check out his stuff.
I thought that was amazing that he was on iTunes. And one of the funny stories that I just kind of want to add really quickly is that his mom had wrote in, and she wrote, I'm not sure if it's too late, and not being biased, LOL, but if it's not too late, my son Brent Dybo has come a long way in the last year as a musician, and currently has some music on iTunes, and was selected to attending a music 2-week camp in Manitoba, and has done lots more over the year. But little did she know that Brent had already been nominated by a number of people through Facebook, and saying that he was in 2013 he made a lot of great strides in his music, and that he was really a good representation of getting out of the community and doing something different, and also that making it out in the music industry is not easy. So he had already been nominated, so I just wanted to kind of mention that he had several nominations too, which also helped to make him one of the most fascinating people of 2013.
Buy a CD.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm singing "And the Partridge in a Pear Tree,"
Yeah,
because I'm ending every segment off. And last but not least is our number 10 on this year's list goes to Charlene Sherman. Charlene was nominated for her hard work for the Cattery Memorial fundraising, and always has great ideas and is a good speaker. And she was nominated, of course, several times. One particular individual wrote in and said that she's a wonderful example of volunteering here in the community, and has helped the Cattery Memorial Foundation. Great fundraising ideas, actually. Always Charlene is very, interesting in her ideas and her initiatives, and she carries them out well. This individual said that she will go above and beyond to get the job done, and just knowing her over the years, I think she's a great reflection of that community spirit for grassroots organizations.
And one of the things is that she doesn't jump on a soapbox and saying, "Look at me, this is what I'm doing."
Very quiet.
Very, very, very quiet about what she does. And I think that's one of the most important reasons why we should promote people who are just doing for the benefit of the community, and not standing on a soapbox and saying, "Look at me, I'm doing this."
Yeah.
All the individuals that we've talked about have been doing that.
All the individuals today that were mentioned and nominated, and they were from a whole bunch of nominations. Again, thank you to everybody who took the time to make a nomination and write in. And, you know, we're just going to leave it at the 10. We don't even want to talk about the 20-something other people that were nominated.
Because they were great people.
And they were great people.
They really were. It was a tough list to put together.
It was a tough list. We're going to let everybody know, of course, who was finalized. And, you know, next year, hopefully we'll have an even bigger list and keep it coming.
That's it.
So thanks for staying with us. That pretty much wraps our show. We've got to get going. But have a happy holidays, a safe holidays.
Absolutely.
And a happy new year. This is our last show for the new year.
That's right. So for the whole staff here at Mohawk TV, first and foremost, we all want to thank you guys, Kahnawake-Donald, for being a part of this. On the internet, we thank you so much for tuning in and taking interest into our small little community of Kahnawake. We thank you so much for that. And I want to say, Regan, thank you so much for bringing me back on the program. This has been a lot of fun, and looking forward to 2014. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Lots of different things coming out of Mohawk TV. And of course, we will be updating www.kahnawake411.com throughout the holiday season. So tune in there for all your local news. And don't forget, 7 days a week we air here on Mohawk TV. You have everybody from the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake, Community Services, the Education Center, Walk in My World, and of course the Cultural Center airing here locally. So that's it. Happy holidays from our family to yours, and we'll see you again in the new year.
Take care of yourself there, Kahnawake.
Onegiwai.
Oh, tasty and tan, sweet gingerbread man. Fresh out of the pan, sweet gingerbread man. All together now. Fresh out of the pan, sweet gingerbread man.
Kanya ke haga thadi adaraste kayerniga hyadu zawaderoru.
This program has been brought to you by Get and Go, a proud sponsor of Mohawk TV programming.